Welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. We're going to explain the fantastic invoice reconciliation report. I think you'll enjoy that because it's one that makes you feel good inside. Let's just take off and have some fun and we'll have a good time. Me, I've got my old 16 by 20 canvas all covered with a nice even coat of liquid white. It's wet, slick, and it's ready to go. You'll want to decide where you want your IRR to live. I think mine will go nicely right here in the center. There. But before we do that, we should explain where our friend the IRR comes from. I'll pull mine from the reporting section of Insperity Premier. Let's take a little look, shall we? First we bring up our friend Local Launch and enter in our client's number. Then we go to payroll information and select Invoice Reconciliation Report, about like this. And we select our pay date range. Shoot, let's just take March 1st through March 31st. Whatever. It's your world, and in your world, you make all the decisions. Now we'll just very lightly scroll down and go to section 2, wage and deduction options. I like to select almost all of the happy top little radials, all hours, pay codes, deduction codes, and include taxable wages. But you can play with it and choose whatever makes you feel best. Just let your imagination take you anywhere you want to go. Imagination it's like any other muscle in your body. The more you practice, the better it becomes. I'm also going to select overhead and cost, invoice reconciliation full. That should give us a lot of dynamite information. Now let's just scroll down again and make sure we're getting an Excel report. Just remember, if you run a PDF, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Alright, let's run our report now and see what we get. This gives us a fancy dancy invoice, just like the one I've got up on my easel. There. Alright, let's have some fun. Let's just take it very lightly. So, columns A and B are just employee information, their names and IDs. That's exactly where they should live. Columns C through S are the earnings, reimbursements, and deductions on the employee's paychecks for that time period. Watch here. You'll notice the employee deductions for things like medical and dental are broken out and even include dependent amounts. See there? I get excited when I see these. Columns T through AA are the employee taxes. There are taxable columns and an actual tax column for federal, Medicare, and Social Security. Something like that. Columns AB through AD are voluntary life, disability, and AD&D amounts the employee is paying. Gentle, quiet, makes you feel good. I get carried away sometimes. I'm sorry. Alright, let's just have some fun. Let's just take it very lightly. Our buddies in column AE are the payroll taxes paid by the client. Clients may ask us to break these out further, but you'll just have to say, don't get greedy. Because Insperity files and pays all the taxes under our ID, we give it to them in nice broad strokes. We don't have that information for them. The payroll admin allocation in column AF covers a lot of really swell costs for things like a dedicated payroll specialist, payroll processing, new hire onboarding, and state and local payroll compliance. That's some really nice detail work in there. Hello, column AG. I see you there. You're the cost for workers' comp and EPLI. Now, EPLI is a fixed number, 33 cents per day, but the workers' comp amount in this column varies based on the employee's gross, the workers' comp code, and the state the employee is in. Look at all that. His little buddy next door is the workers' comp admin cost and safety allocation. I think everybody should have a friend, even an Excel column. Mr. AH helps Insperity pay for workers' comp insurance, negotiations, safety programs, and basic audits, accident investigation, and a whole mess of other fun stuff. Okay, now those of you who were with us here in April know all about the next column, benefits allocation. This is the amount the client is paying towards the employee's benefits. It's all mixed together, but shoot, if you're really feeling like math is your friend, just ask Chris how to sort of blend that layer out into happy little pieces. Just to her right is the benefits admin allocation. It's made up of costs for benefits designs and packages, benefits negotiations with carriers, and a palette full of other stuff. Just look at all them there. Tell you what, column AK is the HR technology allocation. It's made up of some good stuff like internet security management, payroll systems, benefits enrollment, and disaster recovery. But that's not a happy thing to think about, is it? Be brave. If you're interested in EEOC compliance, EEOC complaint investigation, and FLSA compliance reviews, Column AL is just the right one for you. It's Insperity's allocation for HR compliance. Ain't that fantastic? And here's one that's certainly near and dear to our hearts. Column AM, HR Services. Let's add some nice highlights to it. It's all about mission, vision, and values training, team building, leadership development, and surveys. Yep, just like that. One of the columns clients are most confused by is AN, Co-Employment Risk Charge Allocation. It covers the potential costs Insperity may incur as a co-employer, such as complaints, disputes, litigation, and increases to workers' compensation or health and welfare plans. It helps cover the costs of catastrophic and severe claims. There. Another one that could be confusing to clients, column AO, is the Insperity Markup Allocation. Basically, that's our sales and marketing expenses, general and administrative expenses, target profit component, and includes HR services. You'll also see some fluffy little adjustments here as reimbursements to the client for things like part-time employees. Following that, we get into totals columns. Column AP is the total hours, column AQ is the net pay, and column AR is the gross pay. All kinds of fun little dooders happening here. But what's the overhead amount? It's very, very important, very important. Well, if we bring back all of the columns from AE through AO, you'll see over column AE the word overhead. If you start there and add up columns AE through AO, you come up with column AS. Isn't that a slick trick? I think so. Last, but certainly not our least friend here, is column AT, the payroll cost amount. He's saying, don't leave me out, don't leave me out. When you dance him around, twirl him, and let him play, you'll see he's composed of two of our previous friends. Columns AR, the gross pay, and AS, the overhead. That's simple. Well, the old clock on the wall tells me it's about time to finish this one, sign it, call it a day. And I hope you'll try this one. It's a very simple report that I know you can do. Next week I want to show you a fantastic little report that I think will just tickle you to death. I think you'll really enjoy it. I've certainly enjoyed our time together, and from all of us here, I'd like to wish each and every one of you happy reporting. I hope you have a super day. Take care. Bye-bye.